Hello and welcome to my WireWorld progression. Bam. Uh, Let me set this to a darker color. So this is one of the new things I've added. Instead, I did have a button to do that, but I didn't learn how to do this. So later I'm planning to add more uh, colors that you can edit. So the time now works somewhat. So it starts, pause it, stops, and for doesn't do anything because it shouldn't need to. You're stepping through, but then it resumes and then it resets. One thing I need to fix that it starts when you click one down. So as soon as you click one down, it starts. I need to fix that. So all these new buttons, full screen, then windowed, full screen, windowed, then cell files that you can save as, and then little game, basically what WireWorld is, and then you save as a cell file, and then that's it. And now we close it. And then if you start it back up, or if you close this, that, close it, start it back up, it now retains the settings even after closing the program. So I'll focus mainly on the constructor and the new files I made. So the constructor reads the settings. That's the first thing it does. One of the first things it does, reads the load, it reads this file. It's the settings file, which is here. So let's go to the setting, or not that, here's the settings. Oh, yeah, forgot. So I got rid of the settings file and cell cell state files and put them in here along with the button IDs. So let's break down this save text. So the grid size, saves it. This is just default values. If this is not present, then it goes defaults back to this. But then the window size, then the time. I haven't made this changeable yet, or editable. Yeah, you can't change this yet. I'm planning to do that. And then the colors for every cell cell state. So this first one, empty, is the one that you can change right now. and then the what is it? Oh, this full screen, and then the max loaded max screen. So this, if I change it to false, should be the other way around, but yeah, it loads it as full screen. I just need to edit how it's worded. So back to the constructor, that is the settings text and what it's being loaded. I got rid of the resize button, so now a menu bar is added. Let me, so so this is the menu bar, and then inside the menu bar is the file view options buttons, and inside of those there are the buttons for each of the methods. So let me focus on the save and loading. So it saves each cell as its own value. So the value is a period of an empty, or it can be a conductor, head, wood, and tail. For each of those, it has its own value that it saves as in the text file or cell file. So, and this is where it saves it as a cell file. I can name it whatever. Cells just sounds the easiest to name. And then when the cell file is loaded, it will go through each line and plot that cell as a empty conductor, all the good stuff, cell state for each cell, and then, or for each row, it plots that down. And then so up here, so is where, so this is where the grid size is getting for, so it can set the grid size, because I was having issues. It was reading this new line, and then it would become out of scope or out of range for the vector. So this is how I figured out how to make it work and read properly, because when I was learning, there were only true and false values instead of 4 values, so that was a lot to troubleshoot. And this is how the full screen, this is just one line, makes it full screen. So, and this what it makes not full screen. And that is the important parts. This is what you see when you first load in. So this little box or code, this little line of code, is the box. If this if it reads the settings, it'll show uh, settings settings loaded. If it doesn't read anything, then failed to load, and then it uses the default values. So that is how that that message box works. Uh, and for each of these, I've changed throughout every single one that uses a grid height, width, and height. Use the settings just to have it be going through one place. So I'm not setting each size by itself in here, which I don't need to. And it, yeah, just becomes more complex. So in here, there's just a one place any of these files can graph from if they need it. And that is yeah, let's go back to here. Yeah, that is just basically how my program works. All the fun bits. And yeah, I'm planning to add more options, as I was saying earlier, more color options. Maybe have an option where you can set it to be full screen when you load it up, or windowed, or less windowed. So actually, I have not tested if it. So I guess that's one thing I'm gonna add is if it's loaded or it saves as full screen, then you exit and then you can open it again as full screen. So it's a new function to add. And that's it. I'll see you when the game is done.